We know that mass graves are now being discovered in Gaza, and bodies retrieved with their organs missing, and the whole organ harvesting thing is no longer an urban myth. So there has to be a huge inquiry into what the Israelis are doing. In particular, I remember just a few months ago, 1,200 bodies went missing from a cemetery.
Yes.
You know, what on earth are Israelis doing with corpses? Zionism is an evil political ideology. I have experienced it with and seen it with my own eyes, just in this short time that we were being processed in Ashdod. And I saw the grandchildren of the Holocaust victims behaving like Nazis. And I know that because I have read accounts, harrowing accounts, from Holocaust survivors and victims of how they were treated by the Nazis. And as I say, apart from being shaved at the end of this process, we were treated just as the Holocaust victims and survivors were treated. All sorts of crazy things are happening, and it's because this tiny little country, not even the size of a game park in South Africa, is controlling the world. And every Zionist accusation is now turning into a self-confession. You know, they would be saying to me, she's anti-Semitic. No, but Zionism creates anti-Semitism. When I left prison, I was invited by the Libyan ambassador in Jordan to go back to Libya with the rest of the crew. And I have to say, it was a far more attractive proposition than going back to Britain. I didn't know if I'm going to get arrested. One of our Flotilla girls got arrested, and she was charged with 4 terrorist charges, which obviously won't stick. But nevertheless, it's quite damning. And I didn't know what I was going to go back to. So going to Tripoli was a preferable option. When I got to Tripoli, I was feted and treated like a hero. I was absolutely amazed. And then I was introduced to the Prime Minister, and he gave me a medal, the highest award you can get in Libya. And he said, you know, this is for your work on the flotilla. And, you know, if you want to stay in Libya, you're very welcome. And I thought, my goodness, you know, this is after he'd sent a private jet to collect us from Istanbul. I know that the Southern Hemisphere look at us and think, scum. And I can't blame them, because that's what Britain has become.
Yeah.